Okay, guys, I want to welcome you to this our online class. This night we'll look at these challenges before us here. The first one we have is a division of number bases: one, four, two, three. A number in base five divided by 24. Also, a number in base five. To do this and do it more effectively, I like forming a multiplication table in base 5 in a particular base that I'm using to divide. So let us form a multiplication table in base 5. By the way, before we do this, I believe you are familiar with multiplication of numbers in a given base. So if you are not familiar with that, you can watch our previous videos. I think I have some videos on that. So let's form multiplication table uh, for 24. Uh, this is times 1, 24 times 2, 24 times 3, 24 times 4. Okay. The highest digit in base 5 is 4. So that is why I want to stop at 4. So if we do that, 24 times 1, any number times 1 is the same. 24 times 2, remember we are doing this multiplication in base 5. So 2 times 4 is 8. 8 in base 5 is 1, 3. 1, 3. Like I said, you should be familiar with this, but in case you are not, um, we got 8, and 8 is not a number in base 5. Remember, the highest digit in base 5 is 4. So what do? We divide 8 by the base, which is 5. It's going to give us 1 remainder 3. So what you write is the remainder 3, then that one source is what we have in front. That's why we say 1, 3. So what we do is to write 3, carry 1. I hope that is clear. Then 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. And 5 in base 5 is 1, 0. 1, 0 being the last thing, so we write the 1, 0. 3 times 2 is 12. 12 in base 5 is 2, 2. If you divide 12 by 5, you're going to have 2 remainder 2. So say 2, 2, you write 2, carry 2. Okay. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. And 8 in base 5 is 1, 3, as we have the other time. So 1, 3, because it's the last thing we are multiplying, so we have the 1, 3 there. 4 times 4 is 16. And 16 in base 5 is 3, 1. If you divide 16 by 5, you're going to have 3 remainder 1, 3, 1. So we write 1 and carry 3. 4 times 2, 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. 11 in base 5 is 2, 1. So we have 2, 1. We have successfully formed a multiplication table in base 5. Can we now proceed with the division proper? Okay, with this multiplication table, division in a particular base is made easy. So we're dividing 143, 1423 by 24. Both are in base 5. So if we divide by 24, we can take 3 digits. We can't take 2 because 14 is actually smaller than 24. So we take 142. So if I divide 142 by 24, we go back to our multiplication table and look out for a number that when we multiply it by 24 will give us 142 or something close to it, but less. So if you go here, you can see 132. Okay, 132, 24 times 3 is 132. So we are going to have 3 here. And if you multiply 24 by 3, you have 132. We subtract 2 times 2 minus 2 is 0. and 4 minus 3 is 1. This is 0. Then we bring down 3, giving us 103. If you divide 103 by 24, you go back here and check. I think we have exactly 103. If you divide 103 by 24, you're going to have 2, because 24 times 2 is 103. So 24 times 2, 103. And if you subtract, you will be having 0 here, which indicates that we are done with our division. What does it mean therefore? It means that 1423 in base 5, when divided by 24 in base 5, is equal to 32 also in base 5. I believe that is well understood. I believe you got it very well. But you can drop your question, your confusion at the comment section. Let's hear from you. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Let us look at the second question we have here. And the second question is 1, 4, 2, 3. Sorry. I think the second question here is 1, 1, 5, 1, 3 in base 6 divided by 1, 3 also in base 6. In the same way as we solved the first one, we are going to form a multiplication table for 13 in base 6. The highest digit we have in base 6 is 5. The highest digit in any base is always 1 less than that base. So I have 13 times 1, I have 13 times 2, I have 13 times 3, I have 13 times 4, and finally 13 times 5. Now let's do that. 13 times 1 is 13. 13 times 2, 3 times 2 is 6. 6 in base 6 is 1, 0. 6 is in base 6 is 1, 0. How? Divide 6 by 6, you're going to have 1 remainder 0. So 1, 0, you write 0, carry 1. 3 times 2, we have 2 times 1, we have 2, plus 1, 3. So we have 3, that is clear. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 in base 6 is 1, 3. We write 3, carry 1. 3 times 3, we have 3 times 1, we have 3, plus 1. I think we have 4. That gives us 4, 3. This is in base 6. 4 times 3 is 12. Yes, 12. 12 in base 6 is 2, 0. Yes, if you divide 12 by 6, you're going to have 2 remainder 1, 2 remainder nil. So we have 0, carry 2, and 4 times 1, we have 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 in base 6 is 1, 0. Being the last thing, so we write the 1, 0 here. And 5 times 3 is 15. Yes, 5 times 3 is 15. 15 in base 6. If you divide 15 by 6, you're going to have 2 remainder 3. Yes, 2 remainder 3. So have 2, 3 is what we have. So we write 3, carry 2. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 in base 5. 6 is 1, 1. Yes, 1, 1. So we have 1. The multiplication table in base 6. Can we now proceed with the division proper? So we have 1, 1, 5, 1, 3 divided by 1, 3, both in base 6. So can we take 115 first? 115 first. So if we divide 115 by 13, we go to our multiplication table and check. 13 times what will give us 115 or something close to 115. And I'm having 113. I think this is the closest to it, and that is 13 times 5. So it's going to give us 5. 13 times 5 is 113. And if you subtract 113 from 115, you're going to have here 2. If I'm not mistaken, yes, 2. This other one, 0, 0. Then we bring down 1. Yes, we bring down 1. Remember, you'll be bringing down the digits one by one. So we have 2, 1. 2, 1 divided by 13. We go back to our multiplication table and take 13 times what will give us 2, 1 or something close to it but less. I think we have 13 times 1 because the next one 13 times is 30 and is more than 2, 1. So we have 1. Okay, 13 times 1 is 13. And if you subtract borrow, remember the subtraction is going to be done in base 6. Very important. The subtraction is going to be done in base 6. 1 minus 3 cannot go. You go here and borrow 1, and that one we borrow, we call it 6. Yes, we call it 6 because we are doing the subtraction in base 6. And if you add 6 to 1, you have 7. 7 minus 3 is 4. And this is remaining 1. So we have 4. And then we bring down this 3 here, giving us 4, 3. If you divide 4, 3 by 13, we go back table, you can see 13 times 3 is 43, and that means we have 3 here. 13 times 3 is 43, and if you subtract, you have 0 here, which indicates that our division is concluded. Therefore, it means that if you divide 11513 in bases by 13 in bases, you are going to have 513 also in base 6. Interesting, right? Okay, let me believe you also have a little confusion here that you need a clarification on. Do well to ask your question. Please subscribe to my channel, like, comment, share, tell people to tell people to tell people to tell people about this channel. Please help us to grow so that we can be able to serve you better and better and the very best. Thank you for your time. Yeah, this live session is just a very short one. Thank you for your time. Please do join us next time and set your notification so that in subsequent time you can be notified to join. Thank you. Remain blessed.